For this tutorial in Blackboard, I'm going to discuss the wikis, blogs, and journals. A wiki is a collaborative space where all students can view, contribute, and edit content. To access the wikis, go to Tools, click Wikis. Create new wiki. Give your wiki a name. Wiki available, yes. Student access. Open to editing, open to commenting. If you click close to editing, students cannot edit posts that have already been posted. By default, it is always open. You can grade it if you wished, but by default, there is no grading. Click submit. And all of the wikis that you have created will appear in this box. You can have the option, similar to discussion board, to link to the wiki's page or link to a specific wiki. By default, it's going to link to a wiki. So click next. And your wiki will appear. Once a comment has been created, students have the access to edit the wiki comment, or they can comment on that comment. When students want to edit a comment, they can go back through. They can either edit everything that's already been said or add to the additional conversation. Wikis are helpful for grant writing, creative writing, group research project, students-filled guides for tests. Important note for the wiki page is when a student is updating a wiki page, the rest of the students are locked out of it until that update has been released. This is the only tool that allows multiple students to collaborate within the same text entry area. The other two tools store students' entries separately under the student names, but the wiki can be organized by research topic, work groups, etc. If you'd like to create a new wiki page specifically geared toward Unit 1, you may do so. Students also have this option. So you're going to see comment 1 and more notes. Blogs are a shared online diary for use in class. To access the blogs, go to Tools, click Blogs. Similar to the wiki page and the discussion board or discussion forums, you're going to see all of the blogs that have been created in this box. If you'd like to create a new blog, click Create New Blog. Place specific instructions on what you wish your students to blog about. Blog available, yes. Blog type. So you have individual to all students, available to the entire course. By default, it's available to all students. Allow anonymous comments. If this is checked, students can comment on other students' blogs. Blog settings, monthly or weekly, so indexing will organize entries by the chosen time frame. Allow students to edit and delete entries. Allow users to delete comments. So by default, these are both unchecked. We're going to go ahead and check allow users to edit and delete entries. If you'd like to grade this these blogs, you may do so, but by default there is no grading. And here you have the option to have all of them displayed. So if you would like to link to the blog's page, it'll look like this. Or if you just want to link to a specific blog, click Link to a Blog and select the blog that you wish to link to. To create a blog, click Create Blog Entry. Once you or your students have finished, click Post Entry. Instructors and the author can post comments to what has already been set to the blog. If you would like this comment to be anonymous, click Comment on Entry as Anonymous. Students cannot go back through and edit the original post. Only the original author can go back through and edit the post. For journals, is a personal writing space for self-reflection and private communication with the instructor. To access the journals, go to Tools, click Journals, create New Journal, Journal available, yes, display after, display until, monthly, weekly, allow users to edit and delete entries, allow users to delete comments, permit course users to view journal. Once you have finished, click Submit, and your journal appears. To access the journals, click Journal, and it looks very similar to a blog. Students will click Create Journal Entry, An important note for creating a journal. If you set the permit course users to view journal, will not be private, making it more like a blog. So if you would like the journal to remain private and only used for you as the instructor and student, such as like a one-on-one situation, make sure permit course users to view journal is not clicked. This has been a quick demonstration of wikis, blogs, and journals within Blackboard.